this lovely rainy morning, Tuesday morning. Mother Nature blessed us with a 3-day weekend. So we're making our way to the woods now. It rained, let's see. Well, they were earlier in the week, they were calling for a lot of rain Sunday. They backed off that rain. So by like Friday, they were only calling for 0.2 of an inch. So really, that ain't hardly enough to knock the dust down. And when it started raining Sunday, it just kept on raining, and it rained all night Sunday night. I think what they did is they put the decimal point on the wrong side of the 2, because we got a little over 2 inches of rain. So we're headed to the woods. We're going to try to get up in there as close to the cutter as we can get, so we can put some go-go juice in it, and hopefully we can cut some today if we can get in there. So we'll be there about 20 minutes, half hour, and we'll see what happens. Well, that was a lot easier than I expected it to be. What we did, there's these grass waterways that run down through the, like, lets the field drain in the ground, keeps sediment on, blah, 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 blah. But we come in the grass right away up there by the road, and I just run the grass strip all the way down. It's wet, but it's not muddy. And then I got up here, there's a little grass finger that comes up, and I run that grass finger up and then just come right on up in here. I mean, you can see, it's wet, but it ain't nowhere near, it's not as wet as it is at my house. So they must not have got, like I say, we got a little over 2 inches at my house, but I guess we're a little bit west of my house, so it might have something to do. I mean, it rained quite a bit, but nowhere near like it did at my place. So we'll be able to work. Well, this is extremely disappointing. I put that water pump in it last week. Everything was fine all day Thursday, all day Friday, all day Saturday, except for the hydraulic hose that blew. We get here. I've done nothing with this machine. It's sat here parked. Get here this morning, fire it up, cut one tree, and this is where we're at. 2:37. This old girl's cooking herself right now. So I'm gonna shut her down, open the hood, and see what the hell's going on. Maybe I got a head gasket problem. I could almost cry right now. I just put 3 gallons of antifreeze in it. It's coming down now, so I'm still losing coolant somewhere, and I can't figure out where. It's not in my oil. So I don't know. I don't know how this stuff works. I don't know if I do have a head gasket problem, if it'll blow it out the exhaust, but I mean, I guess I could have a pinhole somewhere, but let's see, I run it Thursday. I checked it Thursday morning, or checked it Friday morning, and it was just above, it was between max and minimum. So it wasn't that much. You probably, I kind of looked at that as well. Could have been an air pocket in there after I filled it up Thursday morning. So I don't know. I'm losing coolant somewhere, that's for sure, because I basically in 3 days lost just a gallon a day. So now I just gotta, I don't know, figure out where it's coming from. And then I don't even know really if I should be running it like that, but it ain't in my oil. I don't know. It's frustrating. Okay. I put the 3 gallons or 2.5 gallons of antifreeze in it this morning, and it ran cool, but I just parked it, checked the antifreeze, and there's nothing in the jug again. So I got nothing in the oil. I don't know much about these things. I don't know much about motors in general. I mean, I can run them, but I don't know. It's aggravating. It's either, well, I guess if you got water's not going in the motor, it's got to be going out the muffler. Unless I got a leak somewhere else and it's just pissing it out, but I would think you'd see it somewhere. You know, if it was a heater core or something, it'd be leaking up in the cab. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow I'll put a pressure gauge on. I'll put the system under pressure and see if I can't find where it's peeing out of there. And then that's just air conditioner water. And then if that don't work, I don't know what to do. I can't imagine there was that big of an air pocket in there. I mean, it's not running hot now. So, but, well, in the 2.5 gallon jug that I had, I only put it right up to the minimum mark. So that's only like that much in the jug. It's not much. So, if it had an air pocket, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's frustrating, that's for sure. Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday morning. We're moving equipment to the new job. We didn't quite finish over there for that fella, but we got 95% of it. There's some extra tree. Everything that was bought the first time was marked and cut, and it's out. But there's a handful of trees that are left that need to be bought, that aren't bought yet. But I'm about probably 4 days ahead of him cutting. We just keep getting hammered with rain here. It's a beautiful day today, but it's just been raining day in and day out. So we're moving into my job. Me and that buddy of mine go cut this one together like we did the last couple. There's a clear cut section in it too. It's probably 5 acres of it that's getting clear cut. And then the rest of it's select cut, but we're cutting it pretty hard. The guy wants to build a new shop. So he's trying to get all the money he can get out of his timber. So we're cutting it pretty hard. He said his theory was he won't cut it again in his lifetime. So why leave it to the kids? So we're whacking her pretty good. But yeah, hopefully the prices stay where they are right now and we'll make a few dollars on it. All right, we loaded 2 trucks this morning. We're headed down in the woods, a hand cut. I'll give you a little recap of how the week's been going. It ain't been going great. I'm still losing water. Even after I put the water pump in it, I thought maybe had a leak somewhere. But so I pressurized it, found one little leak in the radiator hose. That was Friday morning. And then I filled it up full of antifreeze. Thought, well, I got her figured out. Filled it up full of antifreeze, and didn't use it Sunday or Friday at all. And it's so it sat here all day Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Got in it Monday morning. Come down here in the woods, and before I even got started, she was running hot. So obviously it was low on water. So I came back, I left it up here in the woods, come back with the pressure tool to pressurize the system again, and can't find the leak. Well, I noticed that what happened was I climbed up there to put antifreeze, water in it. I was just going to put water in it, no more antifreeze. Climbed up there and put water in it, and on the top of the motor is where the breather tube comes out, it's a little plastic elbow goes down in top of the motor. Well, I popped that off with my foot climbing up there, and you can see a bunch of nasty gray sludge in the top of the motor. So I'm getting water down in there somehow. I don't know where it's coming from, whether it's a head gasket or, I mean, I could potentially have screwed something up putting the water pump in. I guess I'm no mechanic. So I called a friend of mine, his father-in-law, who is a mechanic, and he come out at it. He's going to bring a John Deere guy out. I think this evening, he said. And they're going to try to determine where the water's coming from. Best case scenario, I screwed the water pump up. I guess worst case scenario could be a lot of things. So we're just gonna hand cut till we get the thing fixed. There's a bunch of clear cut pine up that edge there. I'm gonna leave it for now. And hopefully we can get the cutter fixed before we're done everything else. So we're just gonna hand cut all the good trees, all the poplar basically. And save the other stuff for later, pine and all for later. It's a shame, it's disappointing, but it is what it is. Ain't much we can do about it. Get it fixed and go again. So yeah, I'll be sore tomorrow. Well, we're still hand stumping today, but boy, what a beautiful morning. I don't know if you can see that sunrise coming up over that. Man, that is pretty. I just got the camera out and missed it. I mean, it was really beautiful, but you know, it was down just a little bit lower, shining through. Man, it was pretty. A little bit cool this morning. Still supposed to be warm today. They're saying back up in the 70s almost. So I struggled yesterday hand stumping, and I ain't been out of the loop that long. So it's just one of them days. Trees kept setting back on me. They wouldn't go, and I don't know. Just had one of them days. Got a lot on my mind. They came yesterday, looked at the cutter. And it could be a number of things. Head gasket, liner. I could have screwed the water pump up, cracked block. I mean, it's endless. So, what the plan is right now, I'm getting it moved back to my farm today, hopefully. I'm gonna get it steamed off, cleaned out. Set it up there where it's out of the way. The guy's gonna come in the next week, hopefully, pull the head off, check my water pump, pull the head off, start with that. And then at that point, we got to make a decision. You know, if it is a liner, I guess, and that's, you know, you're rebuilding the motor. You know, you're already that far into it. So then I guess we got to decide whether we're rebuilding the motor or we buy a drop-in, which is going to be really, really expensive. I don't know. That's probably going to be out of my league right now. Or get a long block and just take all my stuff off my motor, put on there. I don't know. I don't know what. That's, you know, that type of stuff's out of my league. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to that. So leave it up to the professionals to tell me what's the best idea. You know, and then at the end of the day, ultimately, you got to figure downtime plus finance. You know, we got to just weigh all that out. I mean, as you can see, that is all pine that now we have to hand cut. It's just, there's got to be 500 of them pine trees run all the way up along that edge. It's just, I don't know. It is what it is, though. What do you do? You know what I mean? I probably wouldn't have agreed to cut that pine had I not had the cutter, but now that I don't have the cutter, I've already agreed to cut it, so it's too late now. So we just do what we got to do. But for now, we're going through getting all the good trees out around this pine. Got a section on the other side of clear cut that select coat, get it out. We'll cut the pine last. Maybe I'll get my cutter back. I doubt it, but you know, we'll save the pine for last. So yeah, we're hand stumping again today. Going old school, but not really old school, just old school for me. Well, that's it for the week. We're headed back to the house. Wrapping it up for the weekend. Blow the hose on my buddy's Tiger Cat. Actually, it wasn't even a hose. It was a metal elbow, like a sweep fitting. It was rubbing something on there at some point, stick or something, wore a hole in it. And so we got that pulled off. He run up there and see if they can't fix it for him, and we'll put that back on tomorrow. But yeah, that's it for the week. The cutter's got the coronavirus. Not sure how long it's going to be before it recovers, but we took it home yesterday. It's at my place. It's sitting there waiting for its vaccine. hopefully it shows up the end of the week, next week. But then we'll kind of go from there. Hopefully just tear into it. It's just a head gasket or something, but ain't much we can do about it now but fix it. It ain't nothing but a paperweight that I gotta make payments on, so we might as well fix it. So that's it. Headed home. Thanks everybody for watching. Like and subscribe, and hang in there to see how the cutter makes out.